All right. So now we're gonna go ahead. Start over. So now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at game 2 of BBQ versus SkC. That's what it is. SkC. Okay, into the game we go. This one is set up on Ribbit 4. In the red, playing Skolder, Penny, and Yuri, it is Team BBQ. And the blue team on the right side, playing Coco, Na, and Lone Star, it is Team SkC. My apologies. So, looks like bans have gone out, possibly. Perhaps Leon was banned. Perhaps, you know, Vinny was banned. We don't know. But they definitely banned Raylan, so that's a thing. So, we are here on Ribbit 4. Now, the cool thing about Ribbit is the jump pad from bottom lane to top lane is really important to control, as when you have control, it limits the other team's movement, because usually, whenever someone needs help up on top lane, you hop in the jump pad on the bottom lane, and immediately you are there to help out. If you throw weedlings there, or mines, you gain control of it, and you definitely, you know, control who can get help when and where, leading to control over the overall game. So we already see weedlings pop up in the middle, no surprise there. Na he has a really good early game, and it's an interesting choice, because you usually don't see Na pop up competitively. But Spit is very strong early on. No, on this game, no Solar Ram, just straight up abilities taken. Nothing special. That's all we need. And Na already picking up first blood here. 1 minute and 22 seconds in. It is as simple as that. You keep control of the jump pad, you control the flow of the game, and already we see such early aggression coming in from Lone Star in terms of pushing. Lone Star is a pusher. That is the name of his game. He just pushes things. It's very easy to do so as Lone Star. Extremely easy. He's also good against Skolder, which BBQ has taken again to their disadvantage. You know, Penny is pretty solid choice. Again, Yuri, I mean, he can work if you're in the right circumstances, but with the amount of pressure SkC likes putting on, it's kind of irrelevant. Especially when you have a Lone Star there just to eat mines. That just doesn't help your game at all. We'll go back a second here and just watch Yuri. Look at the weedling placement. Actually, that was him. He kind of just juked out that way. It's something you want to do every now and then. So, 2 Vince in, which means that we have solar bosses that have spawned. They give 20 solar to the entire team if you pick... That was so mean. 20 solar to the entire team if you choose to go ahead and destroy them. Alright? Now, Penny is really good because she's agile. She's got her little Kamehameha blast. Her swipe, as it's called. And she's good at overall everything. She can push. She can deal a little bit of burst. A bit too close quarters for my taste, but there you go. That's what she's good at. And Bull coming in to save Coco, who was extremely low on health. Meanwhile, Na has just been doing what Na does, taking the jungle and blocking the jump pad. Base Spit, it's pretty good. It looks, he hasn't bought any upgrades yet. He's sitting on about 300 solar, so he can go into whatever he wants and take Weeds, Bite, or Spit. Whichever he wants. Probably going to take Spit just because of the usefulness of it. Ooh, Yuri cutting it close yet again. Alright, Lone Star went down, but SkC is up 2-1. Which is all they really need now because they can push all they want. They already have both top and bottom turrets down. Bottom turret's almost down. In total, it's almost down. Top turret, almost at half. Almost at half. Either way, they're doing work on those turrets. Just because they are so good at keeping those lanes clear and their droids pushing. And the Lone Star he just pushes. Dynamite goes to the turret. Bullets go to the turret. It's over. Huh, interesting. We see a late solar tree pop up here for Na. That's actually kind of weird, you know? Usually you're going to want that towards the beginning, like at the very start, to get the most out of it. But again, tree is more of a crutch. You use that because you're not getting enough feed. But granted, it's Na. With weedlings and without, I don't see why you need it. Just because you have the constant feed of just weedlings from the jungle. That's 3 solar a pop per creep. You don't really need that extra tree. Tree is usually for when you're not getting that, you know. Na's pretty good at getting fed. He doesn't really need it. Just constant pressure with the spit. Spit is just great for claiming that area. It's like, oh, you want to come out? We'll take some spit damage. It's like, no, I don't want to take spit damage. Spit damage is mean. You can't do much about it. You can buy regen, but then, and again, it makes them react and take up another item that they don't want to actually get yet. Just so they can live against Na. Because Na's early spit damage is pretty great. It's really cool seeing him get used just in terms of area deniability. But you also have Coco there giving the zoning, making sure people don't step out behind, don't stay behind the turret. It keeps them moving, you know. Lone Star's there, pushing people. A lot of control coming in from KVC, and that's really interesting and cool. I'm gonna take the... Nope, not gonna take him. Cool. No one has taken the solar boss yet. You know, those are really great ways if you're behind to just stay in the game, kinda. You know. Ugh, Skolder just getting wrecked every game, man. Ugh, it's rough. Skolder's got a bit more difficult to play with the more recent patches. Ugh, just look at just the mobility they have. Just moving top lane to bottom lane. Just keeping BBQ on their toes. Making sure they don't get comfortable wherever they are. That is just, ugh. Stellar play. Just stellar. KVC on top of their game. Let's see Na down here. Oop, there we go. The differences are not too apparent yet. Skolder's still behind because he's generally not good at farming creeps. And we see just Na has a super high creep counter, if only because he has the jungle with his weaklings. Now, usually in terms of playing against Nas who take jungles, you usually don't see people clearing them out at this level because it takes time and energy that you could be using to either defend or attempt to push. You know, you generally don't want to be wasting time like that. Because you're already behind. I mean, they're already behind the game as it is. In terms of kills and creeps for the most part. Yeah. So this is just a tough spot for BBQ. This is just tough. KVC has been doing a tremendous job of just keeping and applying pressure. You know, whenever you play Knots, you always want to limit your opponent and make sure you control the flow of the game. It's incredibly hard to make a comeback from something like this, you know. We're going to see his top turret go down pretty soon, I imagine. I mean, whenever you have a Lone Star, a turret's going to draw... A turret's just going to drop. You can't stop it. You can't stop the bull. You cannot stop the dynamite. It's just always going to happen. Oh, and there it goes. Well, blue team just finishes off that turret. Red team's going to do it. We have to take these solar bosses. Now we just have to do it. You know, and an especially mean thing that can happen is when you're just going to take your opponent's solar boss. Like, oh, you wanted it? Just kidding. We're going to take it. That's an incredibly mean and just it drives the game in your favor whenever you do that. You know, you want, it's certainly something you want to do, but due to the nature of where the solar boss is, it's kind of a bit difficult to do. You usually want to go in with just all three of you at once, just because you're right in the middle of their territory. They can easily jump in and stomp you and steal it and destroy you at the same time. I'm really surprised they didn't ban Coco just because of what, you know, she's doing in terms of just denying space with the beach ball. You know, I maybe would not have had just banned Vinny or Leon because, you know what? Oh, there goes Na. Now, and Na got Yuri, so it all kind of paid up at the. It all traded evenly. Now, in terms of Coco v Penny, I think generally Coco is in favor of that matchup, if only because she has slow and the zoning with the beach ball knockback, which she doesn't have yet. All she has is beach ball damage and cooldown, which is really, really good. Which is really good. These guys are working on his bomb turret. Yeah, I run the same Coco build that's just beach ball, cooldown, and knockback. Oh, engagement over here. Oh, nice pickups on the Na. It's usually what you want. I mean, usually you don't want to waste time clearing out weeds in the jungle. You usually want to just kill him, and that's what ends up clearing up the jungle for you. Coco's in trouble down bottom, but she gets out fine because she has that blaze speed. It comes in handy. I myself just run double slow because it's good. It keeps them away from you, and then you have damage on it. So Iron Blaze longer. Everyone wins except for them. You win usually. Coco is just such a solid nut. Ooh, can they pick up Coco here? Nope. Nope, she cannot. She can. Oh, you made a mistake. Stayed in lane a bit too long there for Scolder. Teammates came out to help out, and she lived, and no one was killed. Kills are even. Oh, did not want that. Want to see what Na's doing. And just Na just continuing to farm off the jungle. It's pretty simple. Easy to do, especially when you have turrets push back like that. It's harder to get rid of them because they're too busy pushing. It's like when you have the jungle, you're usually pushing, so it's harder for people to deal with it. So the easiest way to get rid of it is usually just to kill the Na. And Coco takes out, or Na actually takes out the Yuri, but they go back and take out Coco because she went way too far. And the pushing continues. So Na, I mean, usually when you go Na, you want to take Bite, because Bite's just higher DPS usually. But he is just deciding, nope, I'm going to go just spit damage. Deal with it. You know, spit damage is pretty good too. So kills are still tied here. And just SKC. I don't want to keep thinking V, but C. SKC just continually keeps this pressure on and denies area with spit and just pushes and just continues to push. And these are pretty stellar. Another engager coming up top here. Time warp going down. Can they pick up the Yuri? No, they cannot pick up the Yuri. Penny coming in. Penny doing fantastic work for her red team. She's just really agile and has a lot of damage. She's great. She got a little burst. Good mobility. Not bad nut. Personally, I do not play her because she's a bit... she's not exactly my style. Going again for this second solar boss kill. While blue team attempts to push. We've come to a kind of stalemate at this point. Blue has more turrets pushed, and red is trying to advance without any success. This happens for a while. Up until the point where Na disconnects. Oof. You know, taking weeds in jungle makes it just that much harder to fight there because it denies, like, mobility, and you take damage while you're being denied mobility. It's just a mean thing to do. But it works so well. Especially when you're in a position where you have turrets down already, you know? I'm going to start with Triple Might and Bullet upgrades. Just a good solid comp. Continuing to harass with the beach ball, continuing to do damage, it's just a great composition. The only thing it lacks is that a little bit of push power that Na doesn't have. It's about it. Other than that, it's pretty solid. This stalemate just... oh. Can we see that again real quick? Can we just go look at that? Go back for a second. It looks like that was Coco's fault for advancing too far up on the turret. Got a bit too greedy there. Or did she land or did he land the throw? Oh, he landed the throw. That's what it was. You know, when you can land those throws at Scolder, those are the great points that he can do. But usually, you know, it's a bit too... this team is a bit too mobile to actually do anything decent with throw with. Which is why I'm surprised they decided to go with Scolder again. You know, Skulder is definitely a much older choice you want to take. It's not something you don't see too. I don't know. There's not enough games to see. You can say it's not often. Oh, eating 2 mines. What has Yuri been going into? He has been going into. Looks like. Oh, he just got damage right now. He literally just picked it up, so he has mine damage now. But he has healing pod because probably due to Na's damage over time, which is extremely annoying to deal with. So, oh, we're getting worked. BBQ actually has the kill leader now, but SkC still has that turret advantage. They just been denying so much push, and the bomb turret is almost going down. It's almost down. Words, can I use them today? Probably not. But again, this is the first time doing this, so it's very much open to criticism and change. Yeah, I think Na has a few of those, just those spit pickups that you get when people get really low and then enough region to deal with it. I think he has a few of those, denying the area with his weedlings. Oh, we missed the penny death. Can we just rewind real quick and watch that? There we go. So they corner Penny over here in the jungle, and she just gets wrecked from the weedling, just making the solar boss just spew. That's a bit of an annoying exploit right there. Hopefully that gets changed. I don't know. Should it get changed? I don't know. Oh, great knockback beach ball. She has knockback, doesn't she? Yes, she does. Does she? Not yet. Just cooldown and damage, really. Superconductor. Building into health currently. So the final push, Lone Star is just taking down that turret. That's what Lone Star does. Takes down turrets. That's just the way it goes. So you can clearly see SKV. C. How do I keep saying V? It's C. SKC has this game in the bag, basically, just because of that Lone Star push. Lone Star is just so good at pushing. You throw down a bull, you just throw some dynamite, you throw some bullets. It's going to go down eventually. Maybe not exactly when you want to, but it's going to go down, and that's what you want. Name of the game is pushing turrets. Kills are just a side effect of that, you know? Oh, nah. Getting a taste of his own medicine from the solar boss. Fantastic pounce there from Penny. That was great. Uh-oh. Joe, this synergy is real. BBQ picking up their stride later in the game than they would want to, really. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you want at the beginning of the game. You want the throws against turrets. But it's a bit too late for that, as blue team is already in the enemy's base. So there is that. Yeah, I mean, you really want those early pickup kills in the beginning. I don't think she has knockback pounce. She has stun duration on pounce, so no knockback. She has one shot. Yeah, I mean, I think that was the idea with the comp from the start. You know, you get the throw, you get the pounce, you get the mines, but they just weren't getting any early in the game. Which is what you really want with this comp. I mean, usually you see the area in here is pretty tight. You can usually get a throw or two landed from within this area and throw into the turret, and that's when you get your kills. But they never got that. Coco is just too good at keeping people pushed back with the beach ball, and Lone Star also came in with the bull. So it's really hard. And I think this is the part where Psycho Bob DCs, and then that's just game because they lost their teammates. So I believe chat was like, we come back in a few minutes. I think that's what happened, right? Steam overlays them away. Yeah, they lost their teammate. Okay. So basically what they do when this kind of thing happens is they just stop, like, pushing turrets and getting kills. Pause as it is. And they waited, I think, 3 minutes. And he never came back. Right? Alright, so they've just been farming just droids this whole time. 21 minutes happens and doesn't come back. So they keep playing. And because they lost a teammate who was doing a lot of zoning and keeping the other team back, they actually just end up losing. So it just shows how important one member of your team actually is. Actually, I think they actually lost Skolder, too. Huh. But Skolder rejoins, though, I'm pretty sure, towards the end of the game, right? Nope. I could be wrong. I am very wrong. Is that a GG? Is that, yeah. It was GG. So what did we learn from that game? Good question. Well, not the one I wanted. That was definitely not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. There we go. So we saw in that game, they just, KVC just kept a whole bunch of control that entire game. Controlled the map, denied area ability with Nas Spit, denied that area with the beach ball, and just continued to push and put the onslaught on. And they were going to win too, but they lost their knob, which just comes to show whenever you're playing online, try to stick there, stay there, stick in the game. Let's try to rephrase that. Let's try to stay in the game the entire time. Finish what you start. See, because when you leave, you just leave your team vulnerable to things like that happening. That was not fair. It's not really cool when it happens online. So let's try to do that whenever we play it in our regular day-to-day games. There is a game three of this series, but because the people disconnected and just couldn't get back, they just said F it. So it's kind of just a tied series. So I hope you enjoyed these first few kind of not retrospective look, replay analysis kind of things. I hope to do more of it. I want to get better at it, so a better way to do it than just starting to do it. Okay, I will see you all next time. I am CPU Dude 30K.